Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss 10 of the most common legal terms that you should know. But before we start, I would appreciate it if you take a moment from your time and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can receive any future video from us. Let's get started. The first term we have today is called liability. Liability. Liability is a term to describe that someone is responsible for a damage, or on the other way, the purpose of a lawsuit is to prove that one party is liable for the injuries and damages suffered by the other. The second term we have today is plaintiff. Plaintiff. What does plaintiff mean? Plaintiff is a person who brings a lawsuit, sometimes also called a claimant. A plaintiff is one who seeks to recover damages for a wrong committed by a defendant. A plaintiff can be a normal person like us or be a juristic person like a company or any other entity. The third term that we are going to take now is the opposite of the last one. It's called defendant. Defendant. A defendant is the person that a lawsuit is brought against. And like the plaintiff, defendant can be a normal person like us or a juristic person like a company or any other entity. The fourth term that we have today, you might hear in a lot of movies, it's called testify. Testify. What does testify mean? To testify means to make a statement or testimony, which is a noun of the word, under oath, whether it be at a trial or at a disposition or on a written statement made under oath. When we talk about people testifying credibly, we mean that their testimony was both truthful and believable. Number 5. Motion and pleadings. This is where the parties move the case forward by filing complaints, answers, defenses, and various other papers with the court. These documents called pleadings move the case forward. There are also papers called motions that essentially ask the court to decide as to who is right or wrong on a particular issue. The sixth term we have today is precedent. Precedent. Precedent is a legal principle created by a court decision which provides an example or authority for judges deciding similar issues later. Generally, decisions of a higher courts within a particular system of courts are mandatory precedents on the lower courts within that system. That means the principle announced by a higher court must be followed in a later cases. The next three terms are the three main or basic classifications for criminal offenses that law is using to differentiate the severity and the seriousness of a crime. The three terms are felony, misdemeanors, and infractions. Felonies are the most serious kind of crimes. Generally, a crime is considered a felony when it's punishable by more than a year in the United States. And of course, this differs from country to country. Examples of felonies are murder, rape, burglary, and the sale of illegal drugs. Misdemeanors are less serious crimes and were typically punishable by up to a year in country jail. This too is differ from country to country. Common misdemeanors include shoplifting, drug driving, assault, and possession of unregistered firearm. Often an offense that is a misdemeanor the first time a person commits it becomes a felony the second time around. This too is differ from country to country. The third term of these classifications is infractions. Infractions are still less serious violations like those involving traffic laws, which typically subject a person to nothing more than a monetary fine. Defendants charged with infractions usually have no right to a jury trial or a court-appointed lawyer. The last term we have today is bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a legal proceeding involving a person or business that is unable to repay their outstanding debts. The bankruptcy process begins with a petition filed by the debtor, which is most common, or on behalf of creditors, which is less common. All of the debtor's assets are measured and evaluated, and the assets may be used to repay a portion of the outstanding debt. Insolvency is a related term to bankruptcy, which means a situation that arises due to the inability to pay off the debts due to insufficient assets. That's it for today. I hope the terms we discussed today were useful to you. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and wait for us for the next video. See you soon. Bye.